Oh yeah, the disaster.
Oh, this way.
So okay, yeah. I mean, I'll just say, yeah. I don't know much about this game. I've just recently heard some things. But yeah. Otherwise, all I've heard is this game is not good, and apparently it's like a $60 or $70 game. So they're charging full price for it, even though it's like
Yeah, I don't know much about this.
It's a dumpster fire.
dumpster fire.
They-
That's a good way to describe it.
They several days after the release had to do a PR statement apologizing to the fans about how poor it was, how poorly done it was. They're like, we just wanted to represent the Lord of the Rings series, but we clearly did not live up to expectations. Like, no shit. Wait until you see some of this stuff.
Oh my lord!
So yeah, so we're gonna react to Asmongold reacting to the IGN review.
This is a true react.
Lord of
of a
the
react.
Rings Gollum.
Yep. Roll it. Roll it.
Let's roll.
Apparently, the Gollum game was not
My
very
cousin.
well received. People don't like it. Who could have ever
Yeah.
guessed that an entire game based off of the most useless, stupid character in Lord of the Rings wouldn't do very well?
Haddonfield.
It's like if you had Star
Okay,
Wars
stop,
and it was
stop,
Jar Jar
stop.
Binks.
It sounded like he was about to go into describing exactly what that fucking piece of shit looks like. That does not look like fucking Gollum. What
No,
the
they
fuck
Yeah,
they
is
fucked
that?
that up
Definitely-
too.
They
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
kinda
that
think-
was Gollum. You just showed Gollum. Wait, is there any way to put Stack and Asmongold side by side? It's pretty close.
I mean, you're looking at it.
Wait, which one's which?
I'm asking.
Could fool me. I mean, he's got a little
Oh,
more
I-
facial hair than Asmon, but yeah,
I mean,
the
he-
receding hairline.
I mean, he likes to
He's
show a
also
lot
a
of his
skinny
chest.
motherfucker. Look how skinny he is.
I know.
Yeah, wear a V-neck next week, Stack.
Fuck, I don't own a V-neck, dog.
Okay, well, cut your shirt into it then, I guess. I don't
Fuck
know.
you.
And shave your beard to match his.
I'm
No,
I'm trying to go as a like a Norseman or a Viking for Halloween this
A
year
dwarf?
for my daughter.
no.
I knew that was coming. I told my wife that too. I was like, these motherfuckers are gonna say some shit like a dwarf. Well, I'm offended. It's called little person nowadays. Back in my day, you were just referred to as a midget.
That is true.
That is true.
No, you wouldn't remember that, Tyler. You're too young.
No, I
What?
don't remember that.
You act like he's
Oh, yeah,
21,
he's-
not 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He's 30 now. He's old enough.
30 now. Motherfucker.
I'm gonna be 31 this weekend.
That's what I see.
Old as fuck.
Yeah. That's
How are
what
your
I
knees
said.
feeling?
They're getting there. Definitely
That's
can't
why-
do any extended work on them. That's for sure.
No, that's just you fucking getting fat like me. Welcome
Being
to
on
my
my
life.
knees too much.
Yeah. No, my knees are great still for that. I got them all scarred over, baby.
He just
Fucking
got
out.
knee pads now.
That built in, dog. Uncle Sam got me them.
Wait, really?
When
They're
that-
like titanium knees?
Fuck no. I was just gonna say because I got the green weenie all the time in the front and back, so I felt like Uncle Sam gave me some built-in knee pads from all the fucking
Oh, okay. Yeah.
fucking I've been getting.
Fair
Have
enough.
been.
You've been given. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
Hey, yeah.
And the entire game was just him bringing cups to Qui-Gon Jinn, and it was, is he gonna drop the cup or not? Like that's it. That's the whole thing. Oh, and then there's like a level at the end where you're in the Clone War and you don't have a gun, and you just have to make sure that the droids don't
What
shoot
game
you.
is he talking about right now?
Big fucking surprise.
He's saying if
this
Star
didn't
Wars
go
did a
over
game
very
on
well.
Jar Jar
Gollum's
Binks.
ultimately
Oh, Jar Jar
responsible
Binks,
for
yeah.
destroying the ring. He's not totally useless.
That's a great
No,
comparison,
he's not.
actually.
Because it's stated that Iro Ilvatar only interfered with the events in Arda during the War of the Ring 2 times. Number 1, to bring back Gandalf and make him Gandalf the White. Number 2, making Gollum trip. He tripped him. Gollum didn't trip himself. Look it up. Fucking idiot. Don't know what you're talking about. Let's watch this.
I'm just calling out his viewers.
Can't find it. The precious is gone. We swear.
This looks like a game from 2013.
Whether it's a book, a movie, or a video game, creative
look
works
great.
generally exist for a reason. Sometimes it's to delight by entertaining with moving stories or fun gameplay. Other times it's to inform by exposing the audience to different perspectives.
Wow.
Or it makes you think with interesting ideas that challenge
The
you
graphics for this fucking sucks, bro. Like, oh my god. This
I was
is,
just thinking the same fucking
Jesus.
thing.
to consider or reflect. The Lord of the Rings Gollum, however, is a game that does none of these things.
Like even IGN's calling him out.
Instead, it thrusts you into the role of the titular character without doing anything meaningful.
They probably
with
still gave it a
defining
5 out of
internal
10.
conflict, and sends him on a series
8
of
out of
missions
10,
that are
probably.
neither fun to play nor interesting to
Seven.
experience.
Feeling
Seven.
great.
one-
Of
Seven.
course
They gave
not.
it a 7.
because it's like, what does he do? He just sat there for 500 years looking at a ring and killing fish? And you thought you were going to make this interesting? You'd have to completely rewrite the whole story.
Question it
wrong.
poses is, why would someone want to play this?
I
It's a good question.
crave disappointment.
Recommended GPU
Playing
is
as Gollum
3070.
sounded like it might have been a decent pitch for a game.
Why do you need a
since he's one of
3070
the
for
more
this
interesting
fucking
and
game?
famous characters in J.R.R. Tolkien's fantasy universe.
There's nobody, like, I wonder if anybody, like, I thought it could be interesting probably when it got announced, because it's like, what are they going to do? But, yeah, I'm not surprised about this at all.
I
He
can't
and
get over the
Smeagol
hair.
are two sides of the same coin. The good person that was Smeagol was tragically corrupted by the One Ring, twisted into this pathetic creature.
It's like, it's an entire fucking
Look at his
video
hair.
game. It's like a fentanyl addict going through
Someone,
withdrawal.
like, took a fucking
that's
brush
this is
and
a,
fucking brushed his hair
fucking,
on.
Yeah, brushed
you
a
know,
couple strands.
class 1 drugs,
You know the part used in, like, the
withdrawal
NVIDIA
game.
Hair physics too.
It's
It's
insane.
his clammy bare feet that you step into,
Oh.
ostensibly with the goal of regaining possession of the ring from Bilbo Baggins. However,
Well, it's like, how is it, like, isn't it sad that you're playing a game where you know at the end of it you're gonna lose? It's like in Dark Souls where, like, you know whenever you finally get to Gwyn, he just kills you in one hit, and that's it. And that's it. He just throws your body over the fucking kiln, and game over. Try it again. Did you have fun?
most of your time is spent experiencing Gollum's life as a prisoner during the years between The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring in a linear, story-driven series of levels. Prison Simulator Mordor Edition is sadly less interesting than it sounds. Instead of a grand Lord of the Rings adventure, you are stuck collecting bits and baubles for forgettable NPCs.
Man.
That freak you out a little bit?
and hiding in bushes from monotonous guard patrols.
I'll just call you ugly.
There are generally 3 parts to any level, ranging from uninteresting to just plain bad.
I feel like those games where it's like Duck Simulator or Goat Simulator, there's probably more impact the
know
duck
how
or
they
the
can be
goat has in that game than there will be with the Gollum game.
There's the chores phase, in which Gollum goes from one waypoint to another to complete some menial task. There's always
Wow.
some conceptually different scenario, like crawling through small openings to detonate these explosives, but functionally they're all a series of marches across the same areas over and over again.
Sounds fun.
It never feels like there's any point to it, just busy work. It could be fun to
Well, that's actually pretty accurate. I mean, Gollum just sat around and did fucking nothing. It's like, hey, you know, like, it's like, do you want to play as a 29-year-old loner? It's like you wake up and you can either eat Doritos or go on Reddit. Okay, all right. Well, then now you want to. All right. So do you
Call me
want
out,
to
man.
DoorDash, Burger King, or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
And
Oh,
okay,
shit,
all right.
I
So
was
do you want
supposed
to
to
watch YouTube videos or go back on Reddit? Okay. Do you want to
YouTube
go?
videos.
To bed
Yes.
now? Yes. Okay. All right. The
No.
next day, same thing.
Where's the
And like
jerking
maybe
off.
every Friday you order a pizza.
Run around with Gollum thanks to his surprising sprint speed, but he has
And you don't get to eat the pizza. It's just like a cinematic where it just fades to black and it says you eat the pizza.
a stamina meter that depletes in just a few seconds and
old
takes far
fucking
longer
NES
to
game type
replenish.
shit.
Trying to get anywhere involves too little speed, too much waiting, and an unfortunate amount of hearing Gollum choking on his own breath. The platforming
Just the
phases are
fucking
more compelling, but still
Island
poorly
or what
designed.
was that game?
Spacious
Imagine the
rooms
voice
with
actor
handles to climb,
doing that
walls
too.
to run, and leaps to take bring a faster pace of action,
game
but
where
the
you
loose and
are on the
floaty way
island
Gollum moves and
and
the
the cannibals try to
imprecise
eat you?
controls make it feel like
forest.
something from the PlayStation
that's what
2
they sound
era.
like,
Having
cannibals.
experienced a modern Assassin's Creed or Tomb Raider game, it feels far too easy to jump toward the correct point and still fall to your death because you drifted to one side or missed the part of the ledge that has the white line that establishes exactly where you can grab. The paths are rigidly defined and often involve blind jumps or best guesses at what the next intended handle is.
Wow. Wow, that fucking sucks. Oh
Often
my
involve
god.
Blind jumps or
It's just
best
like poor
guesses.
design.
He just fucking misses it.
Yeah, he didn't quite get it, guys. Oh yeah, what an idiot. What a dumb idiot. He just didn't. Oh, he was right there.
What the next intended handle is. Rather than a thoughtful throwback, it comes across as outdated, a poor facsimile of classics like the Prince of Persia series. Finally, there are the stealth segments, which are simply bad. Anytime Gollum needs to go from point A to B undetected, it's going to be a slog. Enemies have extremely limited patrol patterns, are terribly nearsighted, and seem to suffer from acute rapid onset amnesia, forgetting Gollum existed not long after
Where did he
losing
go?
sight of him. These
Where
are
did he
issues
go,
that
though?
plagued mediocre stealth games
Like the cops
15
in
years
GTA
ago,
5.
and it's jarring to see them in 2023. There's no cat and mouse game of outsmarting enemies using interesting abilities and clever level design
No.
as you do in something like Dishonored or Hitman. You just exploit their painfully obvious blind spots with no objective outside of reaching the designated point. Gollum's
Jesus.
only tools are his ability to sneak quietly, throw rocks, and disappear in tall grass or shadows.
Oh, what would they?
Because the enemy AI is surprisingly terrible, doing something as simple as clinging to this wall can make you completely immune to capture. Spotted by guards in the animal pits of Barad-dûr? Just jump up here until they lose interest. Eventually, some of the orcs get crossbows, but even then, the threat is minimal. There's no combat per se, which makes
There's no combat at all in the game, so all he does is just run around and die.
There's no combat.
How did this happen? How did this game get greenlit?
What did they think? It was gonna be like an
That's
adventure
so
game?
lazy.
sense because Gollum is no fighter when it comes to any opponent larger than a hobbit. You do have the option to strangle enemies, which is on brand,
Yeah, true.
but it comes with some odd caveats. First, it doesn't work on anyone with a helmet. This makes sense for someone in full battle regalia.
Wait,
Smeagol's
what?
grubby mitts wouldn't bend steel after all. However, what defines a helmet in this game is broadly open to interpretation. Like, whatever this is on this orc's head, is that a hat? It's anybody's guess, but there's a decent chance he's strangle-proof.
Let's have a little talk.
Also,
That's it, game
strangling
over.
only
Over.
applies to orcs. It makes sense you can't choke beasts like spiders, where would you even grab? But humanoid races like elves apparently have invincible throats, eliminating the only method to bypass enemies apart from the bat.
Oh, they got you again. I wonder,
Wow.
I
like,
believe this is the mechanic.
why would anybody play this?
This is the
That's
Like,
so
you know how there are
trash.
games that are like a power fantasy? Well, this is the opposite.
Stealth. A few chase sequences change up the pace, though they are hit and miss. This wagon chase, where you dodge obstructions and archers, is legitimately fun. But this Crash Bandicoot-esque run toward the camera where you run from an iconic
nice.
spider,
Full force
is
perspective.
miserable thanks to the imprecise
Oh, God.
platforming and inability to see obstacles until moments before you need to avoid them. It is frustrating to play as a character who is looking ahead and should see incoming
They
objects,
want you to
but
see
not
the
being able to see them
spider.
yourself and die because of it.
Oh, the goddamn
Hardcore Lord of the
It
Rings
doesn't even
fans
look
know
like
Gollum
Gollum
himself
either.
is a complex
No.
character,
Yeah,
both
sure.
a victim and a villain, but that's not explored in any meaningful way in this story. There are occasional binary choices to answer questions or take action as Gollum or Smeagol, but it never felt like this altered the story or had lasting effects on Gollum himself. Sometimes there's a need for one side of Gollum's personality to convince the other to go.
It's just like, look at the graphics, man. Like, God of War 2 was better than this. Look at
shit.
this. Look at his eyes.
You know, the PSP
Oh
game.
my God.
Final
God of War
Fantasy
is better.
VII cutscenes were better than that.
This
Right.
is straight
You're
out
not
of
wrong.
go
2004.
along
Yeah.
with
Lowered it.
plans, like when
back another
Gollum is
9
hiding
years.
from an orc and a painting of the Eye of Sauron sends him into hysterics. The two
Looks like a
choices
kindergarten
were
drew that.
kill the orc, which Gollum supported, or the Smeagol endorsed option to keep panicking.
Keep panicking.
Quiet. Yes, very, very quiet.
Picking the correct argument to win the debate from the multiple choice is exceptionally easy and makes it all feel pointless. It's not
Why
very
would anybody
interesting
pick
to look
Panic?
at either. Even with all the PC graphics options set to epic, places
This is epic?
like Barad-dûr look drab and flat, and the empty lifelessness of the Mirkwood stands out in an era of games where lush flora and fauna has become the norm. Gollum's model looks good enough, including
Bro, what do you mean good,
Good
enough?
enough.
The bird looks better than him. That bird
wait, who
definitely
made this?
looks better than he does.
including his surprisingly detailed wisps of hair, and his mannerisms are well
What?
captured. But other characters suffer from distractingly stiff animations and a haunting lack of facial
Oh
expression.
my God, look at the beard.
The sound design, however, is strong.
Mustn't go into the tunnel. Too dangerous.
The raspy, almost choking speech of Gollum is well acted, as is the clearer and more timid Smeagol side of his personality.
Was it Deagle who found the precious? Don't listen to evil sorcerers, my love.
It sounds exactly
I
like
know,
someone who
Smeagol's
saw
a little-
Andy Serkis's performance in the movie trilogy would expect. Even small details,
great.
like the clammy sound of Gollum's hands slapping on different surfaces as he climbs or runs, or
Hey,
the
it's the feet
reverberation
from
of
Dark
ringing
and
bells
Dark.
in certain
Totally,
spaces,
right.
stand out
Slap,
as
slap,
authentic
slap.
with impressive attention to detail. But even if it looked and sounded uniformly spectacular, Gollum would still feel pointless to play. And that feeling turns to despair when the technical issues crop up.
That's the thing is, like, why would somebody play this game? That's what I don't understand. Like,
wouldn't.
why would they go out of
The
their
answer is
way to play
they
the
wouldn't.
game
And the game designers
if they could
are
not
terrible.
play the game and do
Check the Steam
literally
chart.
anything else?
Oh boy.
On 3 different occasions during this review,
sure it's not
levels
great.
needed to be fully restarted.
You're gonna
Once
fucking
because
laugh.
of an unfortunately placed
Oh, did you look at
autosave,
it?
What?
and
Yeah.
twice because parts of puzzles
I
were
saw an
outright
article about
broken. So despite the solution being evident, there was no way to advance. They weren't fully game-breaking problems because restarting fixed them, but they were spirit-breaking. Playing through areas that were uninteresting the first time bordered on painful for a second go-round that never should have been necessary.
Jesus.
Finally, if for some reason
Bro, that's so, like, I have to say, like, I remember playing, like, the Return of the, you remember the Return of the King game from, like, PS2 and Xbox? It was better than this.
you wanted to go through all of this again, there are hidden collectibles, but they don't
Oh,
offer any
wow.
sort of rewards. Unless you count this as a reward. It
Old metal spoon.
I mean, at least that's on brand, like with what he would be after, you know? Like, come on.
Yes, it is. But this is just another example why this made a terrible game.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what to
As I
say.
said, this is like a game that you play if you like being cucked. You know, like it's like this is the equivalent of like, you know, you have games that are the fucking
torture
like power
game.
fantasy type games. Forgot to mention War for the game is behind a
The
paywall. Wait,
military's gonna
what?
start using this as torture.
Oh, shit.
Fuck is that?
Wait, what?
Dude, that shit was like fucking Warcraft 3, just like people marching onto my tower.
What?
What the fuck?
That's so good. Look at that!
is
Wow. That is.
How much was this game? I believe it was like $60 maybe.
60
Jesus
bucks.
Christ.
Fucking dollars.
And that's from our last week's episode, the AI
oh
shit.
my god. $50
The
fucking
avatars.
Wait, $50.
Just felt
Oh,
pointless.
okay.
And you
to
need a
add to
3090
sad
for this,
hoard
or a
of not so
3070.
precious treasures.
Oatses build all their things with these. Always nails.
The Lord of the Rings Gollum fails to provide a satisfying answer to the big
Well, no
why.
shit.
What's our guess?
Why, of
7
all
out
the
of
interesting
10?
characters in the Lord of the
I
Rings
said
lore,
7.
would
I'm sticking
anyone
by
want
5
to
out of
play an
10.
entire game
I
as
think like
Gollum?
7.
Yeah.
Why would one trade the solid action of prior games in this universe, like Shadow
Why would anyone play this instead of anything else? Like, I don't
of
understand.
Mordor
How did
for
this
busy
happen?
work,
rather
uninspired
play
and
New World
frustrating
again.
platforming, and bad stealth.
This is like all of the worst things about real life,
Is this camera frozen
but
again?
it's in Lord of the Rings.
No.
You don't have any
you
fucking
not hear
money. You're
No, I
ugly.
hear you.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
likes you.
Oh, fuck.
The only
Colin.
things you have are a rusty
Colin,
spoon
it's
and a
out.
plate. And you can't get a job.
It's not clear who this is for or what it was intended to achieve.
Yeah.
What is clear is that it's not fun to play and not something to recommend to
Like, if
any but the most
IGN is
curious
saying
and
that.
dedicated Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh, that was close.
Fences.
For more fan
Bro, if that's a 4, what's a 2?
Oh my god.
I knew it would be
Like,
something like
I've got to know, like, what is a
Ibish.
2?
they're
fantasy
notorious for
action, check out
inflating
our
reviews.
reviews
Yes,
of
they
Darkest
absolutely
Dungeon
are.
2 and The
That's
Legend of Zelda
like a
Tears of
negative
Jesus.
10.
And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Careful, mustn't
I think they
knock
gave
down.
the Legend of Zelda a 10 out of
Wow.
Which it probably deserves.
10.
Um,
Yes. Stark contrast.
That's sad.
Look at all them tabs.
Yeah,
he
good
has
question.
open.
Yeah, is this game worse than Throne and Liberty? I actually think Gollum
Yes,
is better
Throne
than
and
Throne
Liberty.
and
That's
Liberty
another
because
game
at
that's
least
had
in
a lot of
Gollum you're only gonna waste you could only waste $50 on it, right? Like that's the max that you could waste. Throne and Liberty you can spend way more money, you know. This game is extremely lore accurate. Gollum's stay in that prison was very boring. The sunk cost must have been astronomical on this, considering they didn't give up halfway through
Yeah,
development.
that is
Now that
very
we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can't deliver on that original vision.
I love the memes. Just all around the memes. Okay,
well,
let's look at the Steam charts.
The
real quick.
biggest
yeah,
MMOs.
yeah, pull it up.
Companies are fucking dumb. Dumb. DUM. Oh my god.
24-hour peak.
All-time peak 502. That was launch day 502
Oh
players.
my gosh. Yeah, there's not even a month's worth of data.
Oh god.
Yikes.
Oh man.
This was like supposed to be a AAA game too. Who made it? Who produced it?
Tyler's buying it probably. Tyler's
I have
buying
no
it.
idea.
Let's
who-
buy it. The memes. It's for the memes. They
gonna play it on
downloaded-
Thursday.
Mostly negative. Mostly negative. Are you?
Daedalic Entertainment.
Yeah, they're kind of a big studio.
Dude, what happens if somebody working in the industry accidentally swapped like that was like an old backup file And that son of a bitch, he just like, yeah, here's the finished product. And he handed him the wrong USB, and they just launched
And
that.
it's
So
like
now
the
they got to
troll
fucking
game.
roll. Yeah, now they got to fucking roll with it because they're like, fuck, dude, this is branded everywhere. Like some asshole just like drew hair on Gollum and made him look all dumb and everything. So
And then the
Dumb.
marketing department ran with it, and they're like,
Right.
shit, we've actually
Shit.
got to produce this game.
And now, maybe a year from now they'll have the real game.
Oh
Maybe.
my gosh.
Oh,
They
fuck.
wasted money. They lost money on
Oh,
this.
they
This
lost
is
their
an
ass.
example of, the market working. Make a trash game, nobody's going to buy it. That's so
And that's
crazy.
why you don't pre-order.
No more pre-ordering the
100%.
early
That's
release.
why you don't.
The early releases games. I mean,
It's
gotta-
mostly like even if you know it's gonna be good because you beta tested it or whatever, don't give in. Do not give in because
they need to come up with
it's
the
only a
finished
matter of
product
time.
nowadays.
Yeah, before it's trash. They release.
I mean, basically what they're doing with early access is taking your money to cover their costs. And
well, yeah. I mean,
and-
they're trying to
and-
get prepaid for.
right. Well, look at Minecraft, right? I mean, Minecraft's value went up a lot. I mean, I paid $15 for it back in the day.
True,
and it
but you could actually play it the moment. It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tarkov
Yeah,
or
early
Star
access is
Citizen.
fine. Pre-ordering is just dumb.
It's
You
the
don't get
pre-order.
anything.
It's
Maybe
the
a cosmetic.
paying ahead of time for a game
you get a T-shirt.
that you know nothing about.
You get a free
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah, or they give you like, oh, here's some in-game skins or something.
You're gonna get a cool mount.
It's like, don't
This
give
game
in.
doesn't have mounts.
I don't care. I don't care if you think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, my brother fucked me on that stupid Amazon game.
I'm just gonna cut that.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you were. That's why I looked down. I was like, God damn it.
What, New World? I mean, here's
Yeah.
the thing. New World was fun.
We
put
got our
hundreds
money
of-
out of new.
we put
it was
hundreds of
good. They
hours into
ruined
that
it.
game.
Yeah, but I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, but
you know.
again, you played the heck out of it. Yes, you should not have pre-ordered. That was
Right.
That was dumb.
That was dumb.
But that being
But-
said, at least it wasn't this kind of level of turd.
Well,
Yeah, at least it turned out.
I
Well, it was good for a
pre-ordered,
while.
What's the space game?
Cyberpunk.
No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
But what's nice about Steam is you can return games
Sure.
that are shit like that. So I returned that. Thanks for being part of our vibrant community. Don't miss out on the latest contents by subscribing and liking.
Want more exclusive content? Become a Patreon on our Patreon page. Unlock a treasure trove of VODs, early access, Q&A sessions, and more.
Thanks for being with us. Subscribe and join Patreon, and let's have fun together.